extra. This shit is hard.
I hope I don't get fucked. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Talks with the Lady. I am your host, Lady, and it is a pleasure to have you all back again. And I am going to go ahead and add my co-host on for tonight. We have Mr. Ray Barlow. Come on, Ray. What's going on?
I'm on.
You're on?
Oh shit, goddamn! I wasn't ready. Hold up, I gotta get my intro. Hold up, give me one.
Okay.
Hey, babe, play my theme music, babe. Play my theme.
Okay. Oh, here you go, right here. Here you go. Here you go, right here. Here we go.
Okay. All right, cut music.
Okay, what's going on?
All right, yeah. What's up? Well, how you doing? I need some more. I need to learn how to find a way to do when this shit coming on. What's up?
Yes. Okay. So yeah, and the thing about it is when you are here on the stage, we see, and I'm just already cutting up. I already get the chance to cut up before you even get on the stage. So yes. How was your day today?
Man, life is good. And one day at a time, man. It's 420.
I know, right?
Happy holiday.
Yes, happy holiday. Now you already know this holiday is for the ones, with the green and not the mean. You know what I'm saying?
This one of the ones, at least we know it's not a pagan holiday. You feel me?
I know, right?
I smoke, but I'm not a smoker.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what you got behind you right there? What is that? Is that your title?
You say what you talking about? Oh yeah, I got a little. That's what I had for the kids or whatnot. When I took it to the kid, one of the belts I won when I was in the animal show. Yeah, just something feel me to motivate, seeing is believing. I've been talking to the kid for like 3-4 weeks. Different
right.
Career day and stuff of that nature and all. I just wanted to inspire and encourage type situation.
As you do. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm just want to go ahead and remind, and I want to speak to our audience. Thank you again for tuning in to Talks with the Lady, where I, Lady, am your host. And then we have our co-host, which is Mr. Ray Barlow, the Pretty Problem. We welcome him back again. And thank you all for your support as well with supporting him. And we want to go ahead and mention the Barlow Foundation for a Better World. We have also posted a save the date for the end of this month, where he is feeding the hungry. If you have any contributions that you would like to send as well, nothing is required. But if you would like to, we ask that you, if you would like to donate, just get in contact with him. You can go ahead and go in his inbox. He is DeAndre Drake on Facebook, which he is in our group as well. So if you have any contributions that you would like to contribute to him, please feel free to go ahead and hit him in his inbox. Or if you come to my inbox, I will make sure that I forward the message on to him as well.
More than anything, y'all ain't got not. If you just would like to come, if I wanted anything to be given more than anything, I accept all donations, but more than anything, if you could come with a good, willing, giving spirit to help and like part of something bigger than just ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? And anything. money good, that's cool. I appreciate it, and then the ones who need it, they gonna appreciate it. But one,
Mm-hmm.
the best experience is a personal experience more than anything.
Right. Would like to. We ask that you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Thank you so much for that, Ray. So I'm making sure that we are, yes, we are streaming. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, thank you all for joining us tonight. So our topic for tonight is expectations with no title. Okay, we can get real deep into that, but we're gonna go ahead and we are asking for some feedback tonight. I'm gonna host this, of course, and my Mr. Pretty Problem is going to co-host this show. He's going to give us our input. Most of you already know we have a woman and a male's perspective whenever we're talking about dating. So we do value your opinion as well, Ray. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Expectations with no title. Now, what does that currently mean? Now, to me, when I was sitting back and I was thinking, what are some of the dating issues, some of the trends that, are trending across, the nation, in society in general? We have a lot of relationships that don't really have a title to it. Whether it's a man or a woman, they're expected to do certain things, but they don't actually carry the title to it. So now, what is your first thought when we talk about expectations with no title? What's the first thing that comes to mind to you, Ray?
Expectations with no title. First thing that comes to my mind is the expectations I have for myself with the integrity I give to the world without a title being needed for whoever I'm dealing with, however I'm dealing with it.
Okay. Now, when we are like, does that mean that you're not looking for, you're not expecting anything from anyone because you don't have a title? Because I have so many different ways that I would look at that. I mean, okay, when I think about dating or having expectations, with no title, the first thing that comes to mind is, don't just throw your any and everything into something when you're just in that dating realm. That's the very first thing that comes to mind with me. We have to take things for what they are. Once you come to an understanding with, the mutual relationship that you have with your significant other, whether it be a man or a woman, I think it's very important to understand what it is, and once you understand what it is, that allows you the opportunity to be able to be open and free to other opportunities. Am I correct?
I mean, you correct. That's how you feel. You know what I mean? For me, I feel like expectation is the kin to disappointment, first and foremost. That's been written, that's been said, and that's been understood. And then as far as the expectation I said about me having the expectations of myself more than anybody else, because of the integrity I have for myself, I don't need a title with anybody, however I'm dealing with, because if I'm dealing with them, that means it's something I mess with them about. So if I'm messing with them, I'm not worried about more so what they're giving to me. I'm being mindful of it. I'm mindful of it for sure. But it's something I like about them too. And that discernment of myself. I'm not a dummy. You feel me? I ain't no lovey-dovey type of guy. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So if I'm dealing with somebody, however I'm dealing with them, it's something I respect about them very much. So,
right.
So that's how I feel. I'm a little deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little deep. That's what I came to the understand. I don't know. Maybe on that. That's how I am. That's how I am.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's very important not to expect too much. That's been, and I've been in a scenario, I think we've all been in that scenario before, Ray, where it's like, okay, even if, I don't know if you've experienced love at first sight or, a deep interest at first sight, but it's like you still can't let your guard down, because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. So I know with me, when I go in, one of the things that I have become accustomed to is, well, I had to stop doing that, is putting my all into everything. Um, and which I think I'm just that type of person where I just put my all into everything overall in general. It could be my work, into my kids, it can be into my personal life or relationship or whatever it is. I just kind of put my all into everything, because we hope for the best outcome. I think that's where I look at it from. So I know that we can experience, like you say, you don't have to worry about the letdown if you don't, go in with so many expectations. Um, have you ever during the course of your dating ship experienced where you knew for a fact, like, this is the person that I definitely want to be? It could be love at first sight or whatever, and have you experienced that, and how did it make you feel? I mean, were you ready to give it your all, or did you just know, okay, like, this is gonna be my wife? Or what did you experience with that? What was your experience like?
Well, I never had that situation because I never had a wife, so I don't know about that.
You didn't have to be married though, but you could have went in with the mentality like, oh man, like this could possibly be my wife. Eventually one day, once everything falls into place, I just know that this could be, because a lot of us look at just what we see in the flesh right then, right there, but we don't get to know a person. But have you ever?
Yeah, no, I'm
That's
not one of them to look at the flesh and
right.
determine what
Mhm.
is my future or what my present next move would be. For me, more than anything, if I feel anything, if I feel, I don't feel first. I first think. I'm a logical person. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm not a person that come from I need love. I've been raised
Mhm.
off love me, and I know how to self love myself, and I'm
Right.
looking for possibly having that love with a significant other. But the thing about it is, I know not to put any pressure on that situation, but also when I'm dealing with somebody because I like them for their mind, or I'm mindful, not going off my feeling, because you can go off your
Right.
just off attraction off of a look. It's multiple motherfuckers out here that look good. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
here, there, and everywhere. But a person with a mind that can understand yours and you understand theirs, and y'all can contribute to each other, that's
Mhm.
different. So for me, I have not ever, and I'm only 32. I'm only 32. So but I have not ever moved in that way of like, oh, this is the one, and I just know it just by the feeling. You know what I'm saying? I let time tells all. Time
Right.
tells. So even if I have some possible high hopes for a person, I
Mhm.
let I let experiences unravel for itself and let that go for what it go for. But in the midst of, without any I be in the moment with that person. What we doing, how we doing it, and how I'm giving what I'm doing to my utmost. I'm saying, because that's just the integrity I have for myself. That's the self love I have for myself. Which is another thing. A lot of people, a lot of us, um, skip over the self love and try to go for outer love, hoping that thinking that the outer love will bring us self love, and it's ass backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
Learn here said how you gonna win if you ain't right within. You feel what I'm saying? For it all starts from within, and then everything outside of that, that's the attraction situation. You feel? And everybody be talking about nowadays, law of attraction. It starts from within. We are the magnet, but to be the magnet, we got to know how to become a stronger force field of that magnetic force.
And I think, yes, you are absolutely correct. I think we're so attracted to what's on the outside that we forget what's most important is what's on the inside. As long as the inside is correct, and it's all together and so on and so forth, it's like that's what makes the outside so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I did have I have a few little pointers. All right. So, how do you approach it whenever you are when you're dating someone? How do you approach that with the notion that, hey, this is what it is, you know, is it like initially up front at first, or do you wait a couple of dates down the down the line? Because maybe by that point you'll know if you really want to date that person or not. But is it like up front, maybe the second date? The first date, I think you're getting to know each other, the first couple. How do you address that, and when do you think is an appropriate time to address that, Ray? Because with me, I think it is like not the initial encounter where you're going out. Like I remember, we had Tequila on here at the last show, and she was talking about smoothies, going out for smoothies. Like that's not anything that you would address during that time. So I'm just saying, like maybe the next 2 or 3 times you would say, hey, I'm interested, but let's take it slow. Let's take our time and just get to know each other. We're not having, we don't have any expectations. To me, second, third, fourth date, somewhere up in there. When would you address that? When do you think that's important for a female to know?
How I move, really, for the most part, what I do is I'm a very transparent person, and I know how to communicate very well of how I think in my mind to get my point across. So with that being said, I understand when dealing with an opposite of not myself in any type of relationship, where it takes communication for a person to see where you coming from and where you guys are. So more than anything, from the first day, I tell her why I want her number or whatever, or why she want mine. However it works, it might be a similar interest in each other. You feel what I'm saying? And then from there, everything, as the days go, you have dates. Well, I have dates. I'm not gonna say you. I can only speak for myself. We have dates. We conversate. The type of dates I have, I pick minds. I dive deep into the mental and the cerebral way of a person. And in the midst of all of this, in different increments of times of the days of durations, I express how I feel and where I feel we are and where I feel what we can do. You know what I mean? I don't stamp like, oh yeah, this is gonna be my girl, this is gonna be my wife. No. I know I like this person, I'm attracted to this person, I'm interested in this person, and I would like to experience things with this person a lot more, because I know in the midst of what I got to bring to the table, regardless of where it go, I'm going to leave something with them to help them be better for later on. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. I'm not really big on the trapping the person in, locking the person in. It's about really just growing and learning and moving forward in life. You know what I mean? And then so it comes to time, well, maybe possibly a person, we both feel the same way about each other. We just lock in, you know what I mean? And things like that come from the essence. A lot of times it come from the essence with mindful intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like a lot of us are missing nowadays is we got to do study. We got to do research. We got to learn ourselves and learn the human nature and the laws of the ways of things, which is the only way, because it haven't been taught in school, is to do the research for ourselves.
Right.
That's how I move. I just look like this. You dig what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? But really, positive instruction motivate people. You feel me?
Right. And I get, that's why, and that's why I love when you speak really deep and very clear, and it's actually precise. A lot of what you say, it makes you think. So a lot of times I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, and I've never been that deep into it, but it's necessary. So that is why I like to hear your perspective. That's precisely why you're my co-host, because I love how deep it makes others. I know with me, it makes me really think. And then not only that, but I'm getting a man's perspective,
Right.
I
appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is very, very important because I don't want to seem biased when we're talking about dating. So I think it's very important not just to have we're talking about a woman that has had enough relationships, you know what I'm saying, and to learn and to understand what to do and versus what not to do, and then also have a man as well. And I did say a man, not a boy. Well, we have a man that can actually see it from a man's perspective, you know. So I think that is very, very important.
I appreciate it. I
Yes,
appreciate it. You said on
of
smart. God damn it, you said on smart, man. I like you. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad I made the cut.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You think I'm smart?
Yes, you did. You made the cut. You did make the cut. Hello,
That's right.
everyone that is coming in. If you would please just go ahead and like, share, comment. I'm not sure which platform you are viewing off of, but welcome again to Talks with the Lady, where I am the host. And then we have Ray Barlow, who is the pretty problem. He is the co-host of this show. All right. Thank you all. Hello, Bud. Hi, Tequila, April, Melissa. Welcome to the show. And we love you all. Okay, so one of the other questions is, or some of, not, it's not really a question, but some input that I wanted to share, and I've listened to you as well, but I still think that it's important, and I don't think that this is just something that people in a relationship should do, but I think just maintaining like a regular, more consistent communication with each other, so you know that way you know that you're both on the same page with each other. I think spending quality time, which is a part of dating, getting to know each other, whether this is what I want or this is what I don't want, that is also important. Having trust or building some type of trust, I think that is also, that's important with any friendship. So are there any other qualities that you feel are effective to any type of mutual friendship, relationship, any situationship that may turn into you know, something more? I think I've covered just a few of them, but like the time and having the trust and so, and you know, making sure that you know where you have the time together and making sure that you communicate. Are there any other ones that you can think of, Ray, that maybe I've missed?
Personal development within self. It's good, it's cool,
Mm-hmm.
it's all great, it's all magnificent to be on flying clouds of love with a person. But if a person not doing the work with their self, man, it's only so far things can go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On that love boat. You dig what I'm saying? Like the only way, in my opinion, the only way for a healthy relationship that can always progress within each other is first, always, first and always dating the self, empowering the self with the personal development, the knowledge of learning self-mastery. Because the thing is, everything is always subject to change, even ourselves. Our body and our hair, it changes over time. Everything changes. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, our mind can change with the things we experience. So if we're not putting the right things in our mind, you feel me? If we're not putting the right things in our mind, it's more of the wrong things coming in our mind. So meaning we're more so retrogressing than progressing in life and ourself. And meaning under that umbrella of life is our significant other, which is not getting the best of us. The personal development within ourselves, us being the best, not being selfish, but being of self, being mindful of self, helps us to be more of the better person for ourselves first, and then more of the better person we could be for everybody
else
around us. And that's just that's what I'm on. You feel me? And that's why I feel like a lot of these relationships don't work, and why relationships and dating and this topic of it all is so popularized and so intriguing, because majority are having problems with this. You dig what I'm saying? That's in my opinion.
Right.
If I so
And as yeah, we got the thing is we have to be able to identify with ourselves before we can identify with anyone else, you know. And as I've always stated, I think I've said this on every single show. You have to be true to yourself before you can be true to someone else. You know what I'm saying? So that is where I used to struggle with that a lot, but as I've shared with you all, that is something that I've had to learn over the years, that I have to be true to myself before I can be true to someone else. I think identifying your triggers, that's also important. Don't go in with any expectations like, okay, this is going to work. This is what it's going to be. This is what the outcome is going to be 2 years from now, because again, you are still figuring yourself you are still trying to figure yourself out in configuring yourself with this person as you mesh together and become, so things can change over time. But I think it's very, very important that we understand that you have to be able to identify with yourself first, who you are, what your expectations are, not just expectations that you have for someone else, but what expectations do you have for yourself? What are you willing to tolerate versus what you won't tolerate? And that's just like baseline. That's not just for the person that you're getting to. That's just like a baseline, So
yeah.
Yes, but so I'm just more, again, this is again based off of personal experience with even dating, being married, so on and so forth. You have to be able to identify for one with yourself, like, oh no, I may, tolerate a little bit here, but this right here, I stand on business with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just because you have to be able to tweak a little bit, and not just to change what you believe in, or your notion, your vision, or so on and so forth, but to fit someone else's. I'm not saying that, but there's some things that we have to learn how to adapt to. But there's the biggest of it, that's that 95%, that 90%, or maybe even that 85%, that's just like, listen, I stand on this. This is just what I believe in. If you got one person that is going in with the expectation that, hey, we are going to communicate 3 times a day, and that other person says that, hey, we only need to communicate 1 time a day, you're already at a problem. That's a problem right there. And that's where you begin to, that's what I'm saying. We go in with expectations that it's like objectives that are not achievable. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's really not that hard. I just throw out a number 3 and 1. But you might have some people that say, oh, I want to talk on the phone. I want to communicate all day long. I want to know where you are, what you're doing. I mean, that's just highly unachievable. Unless you just have 2 people, huh?
And that's a problem.
That is a problem. I think
they call it red flags, but really that's in more depth. That's basically a sign of trauma. That's a sign of trauma.
Right. I don't like to be smothered. I already have, even with my kids, they come in, I'm like, oh, get out my room. When I come home from work, I have to have at least 30 minutes to myself. That's just okay. Let me get home. Let me get undressed. Let me get my, so it's just very hard. I really don't like being smothered like that. And so I look at it the same way for someone else, that, hey, they don't like being smothered. So the things that I believe in are the things that I feel like they should adapt to. And it might not be that, but I'm just saying, I know how it makes me feel when I'm smothered. So, yeah.
It's a good idea too, to always be, be mindful of how we would like to be treated, but also understanding that everybody may possibly not move and think and like the things how we like things. You feel me?
Right.
So in the midst of us knowing ourselves, but we got to understand that everybody don't think like us. Everybody don't move like us. And it's okay. That's what makes the world beautiful, because if we all the same, it's so great. So in that being said, it's the thing about understanding the partner. And more so me, I understand all types of human natures of people. You know what I mean? People person, you feel me? So I really do like to contribute to every person's life I be in encounter with. You know what I mean? So that's how I see things,
Right. I think you should. Everyone's feelings and should be considered. But you don't. Everyone's not like that. A lot of people go in it with like this is gonna just be my way or not. But and it's just like Tequila just said, you have to understand not to expect you from somebody else.
Everybody,
Yeah, everybody is different. You know,
every,
um,
but everybody is different. But we all have similarities. That's the beauty of it all. It's also about those icebreakers that can differentiate and make those differences be put to the side and accepted. Like, okay, she like what I like. She like the same music I like, or he like the same art that I like, or that.
right.
Like music, everybody love music. Music is like a connection for. If you put the right type of music on, even racist people would come together. You know what I'm saying? Football, basketball, sports. Racist people, you like the same team I like. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. You know what I'm saying? To at least break that ice of the misunderstanding of the differences in the way another mindset. Yeah.
I think it's important to understand, and that is another thing. Now, that is something that I do expect when I'm going into a relationship or just dating in general, a friendship that where we are eventually dating or seeing each other, whatever. But we gotta have some type of similarities. Like this just gotta be something, I can't say that I've ever experienced not having anything in common with the person that I'm seeing. And sometimes I feel like I pull it out of them. Like if we didn't have anything in common, like I would introduce him to something or whatever, and I would make it fun, and then he'd just be like, "Oh, okay." I don't know. Have you ever experienced that? Because there's some things that, and also from the other end where I'm like, okay, I haven't done that before. Like you may have someone, female that you're dating, and you say you like skydiving. Okay, they might be like, oh no, okay, well, you won't know until you can't knock it until you try it. So then they get out there and try it, and it's like, oh my God, this is the best thing that ever. And then that might be y'all little mutual connection, thing that y'all do or whatever. I don't know. But I've always went into, even I can't say that I have dated someone and then we haven't had anything in common. In the past, before, it was either okay, I'm dramatic, you dramatic, you know what I'm saying? But like now, the dramatic thing ain't really hitting on nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. It's like, okay, leave that way. It said I'm not with that. I'm more, as we were talking on our last episode. Opposites attract. So it's something more on the lines of me wanting something a little bit less dramatic, even though I am too now. It's just like before, it was like I had to have the same thing. Like you got to match my energy. So where do you draw the line? Where do you come up with the assumption that, okay, this is definitely a compatibility that is a plus for me, that this person must be compatible with me with, as far as your likes or your dislikes? What is like a deal breaker for you?
Deal breaker for me now at the time of my maturity and the levels and experiences that I've been through, and what I've been to and realizing about all the masses, I would say, lack of self understanding. Like really, like I said, I ain't married or nothing. So like sometimes it just be something to do. We gonna keep it 1,000. Sometimes it might just be something to do. That's cool too. But like the thing is, the liberation of where can this go starts at the beginning with me picking a mind. So a deal breaker to a certain level of, because I know how to compromise of what I may feel like dealing with at the time. Maybe I ain't looking for no wife right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just looking for somebody to have a good time with. You know what I'm saying? So it don't take too much for a good time. You got to find a similar interest and have a good time. So I would say a deal breaker on certain levels would just be easy question. Simplest question, first date, first night, first date, even just first encounter question, then we get to talking. What's some things you like to do? A lot of times I done heard, I don't even know. I mean, I've been doing this and this been going on, which is understandable for the woman, having to deal with, putting herself to the side and dealing with what's more important, which is the children. But nonetheless, if that's the case, you put yourself to the side and you deal with them children, now you jumping in this, you don't even know yourself. You need to you skip something that you shouldn't have been skipping. You dig what I'm saying? So
they skip self-dating.
They skip the self-mastery.
The self-discovery.
Dating is cool, but let's go deeper. I'm talking about mastery. I'm talking about not just dating. I'm talking about self-understanding of when I'm going through situations and I ain't got nobody to look at but myself and how I have critical thinking skills. I'm talking about self-understanding when it comes to when I'm not feeling right for some reason I don't know, but I got to find it out. A self-master of if I'm not feeling these type of ways, how can I make myself feel better? What things can I do to give myself this energy instead of going to look for another outer situation to give me something to my flesh, not my soul? You know what I'm saying? So that's the main deal breaker on certain levels, like I said, because like if once I know what I'm dealing with, it's like, do I want to deal with it or I can just fold them? You dig what I'm saying? I can play it or I fold. You dig what I'm saying? But
now, what does that mean? What does that mean when you
talk to
what you mean
fold?
What does that mean?
Okay, now metaphor as far as like when you got cards in your hand, what's that 21, and you can play the hand or you can just fold. You like I'm cool on this hand. Basically, like I'm passing on this whole situation. You dig what I'm saying? Or I'm looking at this hand. I'm looking at this person. I see the characteristics this person has. She just told me what she told me. I might can deal with this hand. Like, okay, deal. Let's see where we can go further. Or instead of moving further, I might just fold. Like, I'm good. Like, nah, I'm good. You feel me? And it be like that. And it's okay. It's okay to just sometimes be like, I'm good. It's just the way you're about telling the person, we can just be cool how we be cool, but we can't be cool how you want us to be cool.
Okay, so when you fold on a person, right?
Yeah.
Tell me this. You fold on them is it something that they have repeatedly done, or is just something that you consider when you seen or you heard or something they might have said or whatever that was a red flag for you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It varies. It varies because, like you said, if it's a major red flag or whatever that is, I mean, if it's something the person know, like myself, what I know I can't deal with, I mean, I'm a chill. One thing I have been fucking up on though in the past. I've been fucking up on the past. Like I knew it wasn't really nothing, but we still make it a little something. Like we might smash, but then I think, oh, like damn, I really shouldn't have smashed it because I don't even really want to smash it again. I really didn't want to smash it then, but I was just wanting to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I done came to the understanding of not even get to that just for the fleshly desires. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
now you don't smash. Let's say you don't smash, right? You smash and pass. That's what I'm gonna call it. You smash and pass. Or
not necessarily pass, because like we can still kick it, but it ain't the same type of kick it as what was from the other probably expected. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know what I mean? So it's never a pass with me unless it's just something disrespectful. You feel me? Or distasteful. It's distasteful and disrespectful against my morals, against my principles, against my standards. Oh no, it's a done dollar. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, which I ain't gonna even let them know that. I'm gonna just be like, all right, I'm gonna hit you when I hit you. I ain't gonna never hit that motherfucker again. Then when I see him, I'm like, oh yo, what's up? How you doing? How the family? How's everything? Yeah, cause now, like, you got some things you need to work on that I feel like that ain't my place to tell you what you need to work on. Cause that'll open up a whole bunch of can of worms that I ain't even trying to go through in my life or where I'm trying to go. And it'd be like,
but now listen now.
talk to me. It'd be like that though.
I understand the little notion of, you
That's
know,
what it matters. As long as you understand, that's cool with me. As long as you understand.
I understand, because some things might just not work out. But have you considered, okay, so when y'all laying out the expectations, okay, you say you lay them out from the beginning.
I don't lay out expectations.
Okay, boom. All right. So I can see where a female might be, you know.
As far as what I'm saying, let me be more specific. As far as me not laying out expectations, I let the person know, I like you from what I seen, and let's keep going from what it is. And in the midst of that, that's where the communication plays a part.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm not letting the motherfucker know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing with no female heart. I don't do that. And if I did, I always apologize if it seemed that way, where I need to be more specific or be a little bit more conversational. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all, for me, I mean, I ain't had no fault in my life, but it's not an excuse. But nonetheless, I know how to be accountable of if I could have did something different. And I let them know if I could have did something different. You feel what I'm saying? So I got to get that part in there.
Yeah, I think I have 4 boys, and even with my children, I always tell them that, you know, in this dating, only because as a female, they've seen me heartbroken a couple of times, and a lot of it's been because, and I know that I'm not like I'm just putting stuff in my, okay, if I've come across the notion that, okay, this is what it was, or so on and so forth. A lot of my kids have seen me go through some heartbreak. And I say that because a lot of men will go into this dating thing just to have sex. And that is a problem, because now you got this mom, this daughter of someone, this sister of someone, this aunt of someone who is now broken because expectations were not placed in, you know, up front. Like, look, I don't know how you, but this is just what it is. If something leads to something, then, you know, it may lead to it, but I'm not going to guarantee. I think that's fair. I think that is fair, because at that point, you can't blame anyone else but yourself, that, you know, being that you have caught feelings, or you have some type of regret going on, that, oh, I should not have, you know, given myself. And we all know now, we keeping it grown, we keeping it 100. Ain't nobody out there waiting till no month or 2 months out there to be experiencing what could possibly be theirs. I'm just gonna be honest.
Can't say that necessarily. That may be.
It might be some church girls. It might be some girls that went to private school.
Maybe how you think, and it may be how I possibly think. I'm not saying I do or not. No, I done did it. You know what I'm saying? But it people out there like that. You dig what I'm saying? It's definitely people out there like that, and they're not church women. You know what I'm saying? They just got some standards that they go by.
I think the church ones can be.
I ain't even speaking on no church about nothing.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying now.
I ain't speaking about.
I ain't gonna speak on it either, but I'm saying it's equal opportunity out here now, Ray.
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's quite acceptable, because, like I said, I done did both. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, there are people out there that aren't nothing to do with anything of religious, nothing. Just they have their type of standards and morals that they go by when it comes to sexual interactions. You dig what I'm saying?
And I say that because I know when I was deep into the church and stuff like that. Like my thing was, no, this is what it is. Da, 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 da. That was just, again, this is based on what I've experienced, but everybody is different. But when I kind of fell back a little bit and start doing my own thing, like I'm like, okay, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with testing the waters. I just don't think you should be testing the waters within 3 to 4 weeks. You know, when you're dating, so I just don't think it's appropriate.
To each his own. I respect how you feel. You feel what I'm saying? I respect how you feel. I respect if a person feel they want to have sex on the first day. I respect if a person want to wait 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's to each his own. I mean, I think it because I understand. That's the thing about it. When you get understanding about human natures, because it's different human natures, that's all it takes to be able to respect something. Now, if I don't, or if we don't, as a people, any type of people, humanity, don't understand something, that's where it comes to the disagreements and I ain't fucking with it. You feel me? It's understanding. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I respect it all, honestly. You know what I'm saying? If that's what works for them, that's what they feel works for them. And that ain't for me to deliberate or make them see anything different. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and then as time had progressed and the older I got, I succumbed to, okay, I'm gonna prevent myself from feeling that way because I have my own expectations, and this is just what it's gonna be. So you might come in with, oh, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this right here, so on and so forth, or we gonna, but I have an option too. I have a choice. I could say, oh well, and so on and so forth. So I'm not saying like you're 100%. I mean, you're being a man, and then some women are just being a woman.
I ain't never said you're wrong. I never say you're right or wrong. I respect what you said. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's human nature. That's like really studies. You feel me? I ain't so wrong. It's just different ways of people doing things, and that's okay.
And I don't think it's a right or a wrong way. I just think that again, we're talking about expectations and titles, because I've seen it where someone, and I used to work at a youth program, and these young women would tell me, oh, I got my man waiting, da, da, da. And I have to keep in my mind, okay, these are youth, they're 14, 15, all the way up to 19 years old. And then they have these expectations that when they go home, whatever young man or older man or young boy whoever they were with, in their mind, they think that is something. Okay. And again, it brings it back to the maturity level of the mind. When you know better, you do better. You know that this is just, this is not reality. This is just what you want it to be, but we all have to face it and, come to some type of conclusion that, hey, this is just what it is. And this is how I'm going to be able to overcome this or overpower. And I used to talk to them all the time about stuff like, please don't go home thinking that when you're released from this program that, such and such is going to be waiting, or this right here. And, it's just one of those things. But
you look so pretty. Compliment. She mean that too. She meant that shit. She meant that.
Oh, thank you, Kiera. Oh yeah, I post up. Thank you, Kiera. How are you? Thank you all for watching.
You look nice. I got these shades on. I'm so far back. You look nice. You look very nice.
Yes, I had to do a little something today. I do something every now and then, it's 420, so I just decided, hey, why not, just get myself and put on a little something today. But normally I'm so busy all the time, so I don't really take out a lot of the time. And then just loving on me, my natural self, so.
We put a little razzle dazzle on that thing,
Yeah, I did a little something,
Yeah.
What are your plans for tonight?
It's a fight. I'm a boxer or whatnot. Whoever don't know, of course, I'm new to this thing. I got fights going on tonight. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. That's a pretty big fight. Very entertained promotion of the fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing that a little bit later on. Get with some family.
I think think I have a Devin Haney. I think I wrote. He's going to be on the show. Devin Haney. That name sounds so familiar.
That's
He will be on
interesting.
here.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yes, I'm almost certain. I'm almost certain that is who. Devin Haney. Let me look in here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Devin Haney. I'm sure that's maybe I'm
cool.
thinking. I'm almost certain that's who it was. I'm looking over here, but yeah. So
That's pretty cool if you got him, man. Hey, man, you doing that? You doing it big, like
I
you doing it.
listen. I promise that name sounds so familiar when you said boxing because he's a boxer.
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
a boxer, and
He is
I
a
do.
boxer.
Oh, you know what it was? Yes. It was on Instagram. That's what it was. It wasn't on Facebook. It was on Instagram. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm waiting to hear back.
Okay.
But yes, it is a Devin Haney. It was just through Instagram. It wasn't Facebook.
Yeah, he's a big deal. He's a very, very big deal, I must say. Yeah.
Yes, but we have so much that is coming. I know. So next week, I know I have these here two topics. Next week, I do want to do another. Like it'll be episode number 3. I would like for you to pick the topic for next date night.
God damn, I'm glad you told me now. Shit, I'll come up with something.
Don't do me like that. Don't even do that, Ray.
You know, I know what I do. I appreciate the fact that you respect my mental of the question I ask, because I might come out the wall with some shit like, would you date a midget? Have you
Yes.
Yeah.
And the answer to that is hell no. I have a size. I have a height thing. I don't know.
Loves come in different sizes.
It does. Now I have nothing against any. I call them little people.
Hey, it ain't about it's about the motion of the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dog is the size of the dog in a fight. You never know. It might knock it out of sight. You dig what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. You never know.
I don't have any problem.
It's a question either. I ain't saying question either.
Right. I don't have a problem with little people. It's just that I've all my life I've had this thing with this height. Like the person has to be taller than me. It could be slightly taller. It can be an inch taller. But
I'm about to say all my life I had to fight. I was like, God damn, man. And me too, twin. Man, I've been doing this forever.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, most definitely. So yes, that is what we are going to do. So pretty much the conclusion, you all, of this live, whenever we are dating, when you're going in, when you're starting to date, you're going to have expectations even without a title. Those expectations should be very clear. They should be precise. You should make sure that we respect the values of the other person as well, and understand that they respect our values and what we believe in.
I got a question.
Yes.
Are expectation the same thing as principles, guidelines, and standards and morals? Or is that a completely different thing?
That is completely different. You have the guidelines to dating this is just what it is. The expectations are more personal, that relate to the man and the woman, or either the man and the man and the woman and the woman. I mean, that's just their personal guideline. The standard guideline for dating is where two people are going out and they're getting to know each other. Okay, but my personal guideline, my personal expectation is I'm going out to learn to see if you are a fit for me or if something that I want to continue to do. That is the difference.
Date for real. I don't even date no more, man. I be courting. I'm a courter, man. I court all committed. You know what I'm saying? They 48 laws of power around here, man.
But I think a lot of people have just they've jumped directly into sex. They and then don't know what's what or who's who or whatever. I think a lot of people are doing that. And then you got some people that are jumping directly into relationships, directly into marriages. And then you got a year later down the line, then they find out something. I mean, some people, now don't get me wrong, some people it works for them. You know, some people are just, I know what I want. I knew when I seen her, I knew when I seen him, this is what I wanted, da da da, and they're still together even 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a person that knows what they want. They don't have to go through all these different streams, and it's almost like you're looking for something to be wrong, you know. But when you go in with a positive mindset, like, okay, let me learn about this person. You know, let me see what their lights are. Let's see if they are enjoying me overall in general. They understand my lights and they're trying to understand me. I think that is when two people can actually work, because they both have that same mentality. And again, it brings it back to the maturity of the mindset, you know.
About something, man. You know, she called you pretty. I'm pretty too. Shit, I'm pretty.
Oh yeah. That's
pretty.
the pretty problem.
I got a pretty smile.
Yeah. You got a pretty sis and a pretty problem.
You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, fuck with me, twin. Shit, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm on topic though. I'm with you. What we was just talking about.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So what do you do you have anything else that you would like to add with that?
Man, you know I'm a deep motherfucker. I can't help it, man. When it comes to this dating thing, man. Learn yourself before you let anybody else. Learn yourself before you let anybody else, man. Because there's a lot of scavengers and wolves and bears and lions and tigers in this dating world. Especially, I'm in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of hidden agendas from both male and female. You dig what I'm saying? So more than anything, man, learn yourself before you let anybody else. And then learn about everybody else as far as human nature, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, you know, life is the best teacher. You know, life is the best teacher, but life is a bitch.
Right.
You hear me? Life is. So yeah, that's just, you know, that's how I feel about it. I can't help it, but it's just deep. Oh, she responded back. Who that? Pretty Sid with the pretty. Yeah, they're right too. Pretty Sid with the pretty problem. Yeah.
Pretty Sid.
You dig what I'm saying? Look, I'm just she the pimp. I'm just assistant pimp. You dig what I'm saying? That damn nutter. Don't nobody say that damn nutter like she say that damn nutter, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what I'm here. I'm just here to throw you the alley. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Well, you have been great. You are always great, and that's why you have been chosen and assigned, you know, as the co-host of this show. So it takes a lot for someone to even with you being here, I'm telling you, it takes a lot. It takes a very special person to actually understand me in general and to be able to hold this type of conversation, because like how you get deep, I'm learning something too. And sometimes I can say things and it's like, okay, I need you to elaborate. You can tell me something. Okay, help me to understand what you mean, you know. And a lot of people might not, they can't do that, you know. So I'm deep to an extent, but coming from a male's perspective, and I think I look at it because there's some values and there's some things that I missed from my dad, where he used to kind of go into detail about things that, you know, you can expect from a man. And so now I'm getting like that manly advice, you know, so I sit back and I listen to it. And so, yeah.
I feel like, I ain't mean to cut y'all, but I feel like that's part of my higher purpose. I really feel like that's purpose for everybody to help the next. But, you know, like you said, with the situation of your parental situation, my parental situation was just me and my mom. Now, like you said from before, when they could be somebody's mother, auntie, sister, cousin, you know, you fucking over. That's something always keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? Even I always give the respect even to some of the women who might not even respect themselves to a certain stature they should. You feel me?
Right.
That's what it's all about, man. Just helping each other, especially our of our complexion, of our tone of melanin and all of that. It's like, bro, we've been stripped of so much. It's only right that we help each other instead of break each other down with the indoctrination that has been instilled in us from since we've been over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that. And like you said, like a lot of people can't take I want to say criticism. It's not criticism. A lot of people can't take a different truth because it's more truth sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got a woman truth. You feel me? I got a man truth. You know what I'm saying? And man truth that's not speaking from unhealed trauma or resentment towards the opposite sex or even the same sex. You feel what I'm saying? So, or any sex these days, shit. You got like 20 on nowadays, goddamn.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm with you though. I'm definitely with you on that. That's the only way, man. You know, and every experience of dating it's an experience. Just take the good from it and the not so good from it and keep rolling, man.
Keep rolling.
Don't let that
That's
shit
right.
happen.
And it's just, you know, I don't allow any past experiences like that doesn't affect where I'm going and, you know, who I may end up with. I just only hope and pray for, you know, the best, that there's a better outcome, obviously. So until that day comes, you know, I'm just sitting back looking pretty and just enjoying the show. Yeah, most definitely.
We say fuck it, we ball.
We just balling right now. We just So, but yeah, so this is going to conclude our episode tonight of Expectations with No Title for our date night tonight. We will be returning. We will post a flyer as we all sit down and we have a conversation on when our next one. I think we had agreed to weekly, but so we will come up with the date for next week. We do want to thank you all for tuning in with us, and we have enjoyed you all and hope that you have enjoyed us as well. Again, you are talking to the number one host, the underrated, clearly stated, motivated host of the year, Lady, and our co-host, the Pretty Problem. The prettiest problem, honey, from way in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, let's go ahead and give it up for Mr. Barlow. Yes, honey. And again, it is an honor again, Ray, to have you. So much more is going to come. I cannot wait until our workshops and conferences come and we're able to sit down on a platform together and interview as well. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I do appreciate that. Okay.
Hey, pleasure's all mine, man. It's gonna be some food there. If free food.
It's definitely going. It's definitely gonna be. Yeah. We're gonna. Yes. So you will know.
I'll be there out early. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. All right. So if without further ado, we're going to go ahead and conclude our show again. Thank you all. We love you with the love of God, and you have a blessed night. All right. All right, Ray.
I need some outro. Hey, play the outro music, babe. We going to do it that time.
Oh, yes. We forgot all about the music. We forgot all about the music.